guys, I apologize for the wind. I wanted to get outside and do a nice unboxing, and the wind is windy. It's very windy. So here by the little fire pit for a nice outdoor unboxing. It's Battlbox day. Just arrived. Big box, but relatively light for the size of the box. So it's interesting. We'll have to see what's in the size of this box. Come on, tape. There we go. I actually slept in and discovered this sitting on my doorstep. Let's check out what we have for April. We'll just call it April Corona. Corona month 3, I guess. Let's see what we have. All right, card right up on top. Night Coleman. Seriously? We'll go to Walmart and buy Coleman. All right, so what a great start to Mission 62. And what a great time for me to say that, so I always say this, and I'm not trying to sell Battlbox to anybody, and I'm not trying to not sell it to anybody. I'm just saying that if you like what you see here, I have a referral code in the video description. I will put a link in the end screens to the Chris Reeves Sabenza that's for the next giveaway. We're doing a much smaller giveaway, but with much higher value items when we reach 100K subs. So I got that Chris Reeves Sabenza, which is really awesome actually, using Battlbox points. That's the whole purpose of having the referral code, is for Battlbox points. If you like what you see, oh, look, the Battlbox is inside. That's dumb. If you like what you see, you can use the referral code and you can save yourself $10. And I get some points that I can use to get what is going to be the next prize in the giveaway. Also, there's a ZT, a really nice ZT knife that I'd like to pick up also as a giveaway prize, so that we have like some high, instead of the fiasco I did where I'm still trying to ship out replacement prizes to people for like 140 different prizes, just a few really high value prizes. A Chris Reeves Sabenza, a ZT knife, and another third place prize. So you can use that referral code if you're going to get Battlbox anyway. If you don't like Battlbox, don't use it. Don't use it. But if you're going to use it anyway, you help us all out, get closer to those prizes. So that link will be in the video description. So let's take a look at everything we have in here. All right, folks, I transitioned to inside only because I was afraid the wind would affect the audio and you guys would stop being able to hear me when I talk about stuff. So Mora, always a good knife. I love Mora. But so we've got the actual Battlbox, I guess. We've got a Coleman cooler. Is mine missing something? Really? I'm gonna have to check videos to see. Oh no, that's a bottle. It's a bottle opener. No, mine is not missing something. It's just a bottle opener on one side. Okay. We'll get to. Let's take a look at the card. So Mission 62. Quick refresher for those who know, or intro for those who don't. Battlbox has 4 different levels. Okay, I pay for my box. So anyway. I pay for the Pro Plus because I want the knife of the month. That's the highest. So if you pay for the Pro Plus, which is about 150, 160 a month, you get everything, right? So if you pay for the basic, which I think is like $25.99 a month, you get this. You pay for the advanced, you get this and this. You pay for the Pro, you get all this. You pay for the Pro Plus, you get all this and this. That's how it works. These values here, they're all MSRP. And I know for a fact that my viewers are like awesome detectives. They should work for the Justice Department, investigating the fraud of government spending, because they're able to find a lot of this stuff for a lot cheaper than what it's listed for here a lot of the time. So understand that when they're telling you the values here, this is MSRP value. That's not necessarily what you can find it all for out in the world. So we're gonna go through the different levels and take a look at everything. Okay, so I've got everything lined up here that we're gonna go through. Also in here, we've got a 10% off code for the bug bite thing, which we'll be looking at. So we're going to start in the basic box, which has an overall value of $55.43 MSRP. And we're going to start with a Lord & Field Drifter Camp Tool. Now, Lord & Field is a brand that is owned by, surprise, surprise, Battlbox. So typically you can only find it either advertised on the Battlbox website, the Going Gear website, also owned by Battlbox, or if you find that on Amazon and you look at the seller, it usually says Battlbox. So not a lot of competition there in prices. Lord, by the way, now I'm not saying that it's a hit that it's owned by Battlbox. I'm just saying they're sourcing their own stuff from their own company there. Lord & Field items are actually, I like them. A lot of them are pretty nice. And this has the look of an old buck or an old case knife, you know. I'm not sure if this is real black brass bolsters or if it's plated. You know, I'd have to look that up. But I do feel like this is real wood on the handle. Let's see what we've got. Got a spoon with a very odd little crook in it, but I guess that's just so it can fold in. All right. And I don't think anything locks on here. I think it's all just... There we go. It needs to break in a little bit. I think it's all just slip joint. Nice little fork with your bottle opener. Forky fork. It feels on it. Oh, I think this probably does separate. Okay, I was going to say it feels very loose, but these kinds of things typically separate. There we go. All right. It's not loose. It separates on purpose. And I guess that's... Does this separate as well? Or is this together? No, this is together. Nope, this separates as well. Okay. So you got your fork, you got your spoon, and then you've got your knife, which I honestly, finding out what kind of steel it's made from could be a challenge because, well, quite frankly, they don't often list it. They don't like, they tell you it's stainless. Sometimes on the website you'll find out what it is, sometimes you don't. You know, some people really like this kind of design. Some people think it's a little hokey. $22.99, depending on the materials. I think that's a decent price for something like this. You can find one made by like Kissing Crane or there's another brand, I can't think of it right now, and it's just killing me, and I'll have to put it in text. Where you could probably find it for less, but the quality, I don't know how it's going to compare. I don't know how it's going to compare to this. Kissing Crane is good quality, not great, but good. Well, that's not. Well, this needs to be sharpened greatly. The edge feels sharp, but like a coarse sharpness. Not. It hasn't been. I guess if you do it fast enough, but if you run it through the paper slowly, well, you know, maybe, I don't know. Now it seems to be cutting fine, but it could use a run on a fine diamond stone and then a little stropping. It's a cool thing to have, though. I think, you know, the kids, you know, we go camping, they'll think this is awesome. It's something you can pass on to the kids as like a little, as a camping tool and just a little knife for camping. They'll think it's nice. Like I said, the price, yeah, you probably could find this same kind of tool for a little bit less somewhere. But overall, I'm going to put this in. I like it. It's got a solid locking system in it, which is important. A lot of these just rattle all over the place when they're put together. This one locks solid. Like I said, Lord & Field, while it is, you know, I always want to remind people it's a Battlbox brand, so they understand where it's coming from. Lord & Field stuff is made pretty well. I have, you know, now that I have Battlbox, well, I have a lot of Lord & Field knives and tools and everything, and they all hold up great. They all are good quality, and I actually really enjoy using a lot of the Lord & Field things. So I'm going to put this one to start off, and I like it. It's a simple tool. It's got a purpose. It does what it's supposed to do. We'll put that, and I like it. Right off. There we go. There's I like it. I know it's zoomed out a little bit, but we'll do a zoom in later of all the piles. Next, we're going to look at the fat rope stick for $9.99. You know what's cool? We were in the woods behind the house, and we discovered basically an entire fatwood tree. It was awesome. So the fat rope stick by Pro Camp Tech. Non-toxic, cut what you need, save the rest for later, no evaporation. Fat rope stick. So I guess what I'm thinking is it's like a rope impregnated with some kind of resin. And I think what you do is you cut through this. I've seen, oh, do not eat. Good, do not eat, thank you. Because this looked like a tasty snack. It doesn't have the smell. One of the things I love most about Fatwood is it has that wood resin smell. This does not have that. So, you know what? When this video is all done and I don't need to worry about sound, I'm going to actually take some of this outside and test it. And I see another item that we'll try this with when we go outside, the Mora Spark. So, tentatively, I'm placing this and I like it because the stuff works. I've seen it work. I've not used it myself, but you know what? Once again, we have no grown-up supervision. Hold on. We are going to look at the Mora Spark with an MSRP of $29.99. Pretty sure you can find this for a little less. It's a Mora, basically, so we don't need to test it. It's a Mora companion. It's very similar to the Mora Light My Fire with a fire-starting insert. So if you're familiar with the Mora companion, and unless you're very new to this stuff, and you haven't been watching my channel at all, I'm trying to think of people that would not know about the Mora companion, but you know what? I just got a paper cut from the package. I'm not being judgmental, because there was a time when I had not heard of Mora either. Can you believe I got a paper cut from the package opening up a knife with a knife? That's ridiculous. So, here is the Mora Spark. No, there's some hot fire truck action going on down the road, by the way. So, we love Moras. This has had an acid wash on the blade and everything, but this is a Mora companion, so you can see it is basically the same blade. All right. Now here is a Mora Light My Fire, and the big difference is the blade shape. And you can see the grind difference here. All right. Now, in terms of the fire starting setup, this is the Light My Fire. This is the Spark. The Spark has a identical ferro rod to the Light My Fire. So they just basically swapped in the blade from the companion, which is one of Mora's most popular knives. And I gotta tell you, when people ask me for a low-cost but reliable fixed blade knife, Mora is one of my go-to brands. They are cheap in price, not cheap in quality. They are rugged. They have a price range that is from about $9 all the way up to like high-end, $80 for some of their stuff. But I have a huge collection of Moras, and sometimes I have like 2 or 3 of the same model. I like them. They come in different colors. You can collect them. They're like Pokemon. You must collect them all. So anyway, the Spark and the Light My Fire are, like I said, very similar knives. One of the things I don't like about it is the difference in the handle, because, you've got this ferro rod, and they could easily just have this, they want to show off the ferro rod. They could have the identical handle. The handle on the companion is very comfortable. To me, with these cuts in there, you can feel them sometimes, especially my fingers fit into these grooves, and I don't like that. But you have the 90-degree spine, of course. You do on the companion also. So you can strike the ferro rod. Moras are universally excellently finished. Now I look like an idiot. Excellently finished. There we go. Maybe it's the paper and not the knives I'm testing today. Moras are just excellent choices. So let's go ahead and let's fluff up our Fatwood tinder a little bit. And let's... Kids, don't try this at home. Kids shouldn't be watching my channel, but kids, don't try this at home. Nobody try this at home, because this is not what you do in the living room in an aluminum pan. Well, there's one. There's two. Oh. Well, we know that the Spark works really well. Let me try to fluff this stuff up a little bit more. So far, I'm not that impressed. I've seen people do it really well. However, this thing works great. So we've got that going for us. Almost. How embarrassing for the... Like, I've got little, look at it, I've got little individual fibers and everything, and it is not catching. We're going to do this until we get a fire. Oh, it almost lit. It almost lit. Did you see that? Well, you know, I've seen this work well in videos. I don't know what's going on here. I'm getting great sparks with no effort at all from the more a spark. So obviously the more a spark goes and I like it, but this stuff is not doing it. Well, there we go. I am upset that it didn't spark right away with this Morris spark, which, I mean, you saw is a very effective fire starter. I mean, it does its job. I ended up using this guy. We reviewed this a long time ago. Now, here's things that could have gone wrong. I might not have used a large enough amount. I don't know. That's what could have gone wrong, really. I'm a little upset by that, though. So, I don't know. Well, that was a cool sound, huh? I don't know where to rate this. So it did light eventually. It lit very well once we put some actual fire to it. I don't think that was my fault. I think I was sparking it well. I think that the Morris spark worked really, really well. Smells like campfire in the house. Oh, that's pretty cool. I'm going to put this stuff in matte. So we're going to put the Morris spark in like it. Let me zoom back out, folks. We're going to put the spark in the like it pile. We're going to put this stuff in meh. Because I don't like the fact that I had to actually introduce a flame to it to get it to work. So, moving on, back with the basic box. The Bushcraft Coffee, Campfire Coffee for $12.50. I just bought another bag of Black Rifle coffee yesterday. I have never tried this coffee. It is ridiculously smooth with notes of almond, hints of cinnamon, and a lingering finish. I'll tell you what, I am automatically inclined not to like it because they were pretentious enough to tell me that it has notes of almond, hints of cinnamon, and a lingering finish. Tell me it's goddamn coffee. Let's see. I'm gonna smell it though. We're gonna do the smell test because we gotta do the smell test. Now I like coffee. And this is the honest truth. My evaluation of a bag of coffee in a box could very much depend on my mood. But you put like Black Rifle coffee in a box and it is always going to get the thumbs up from me. So that is some good coffee. This stuff smells pretty good. It honestly does have kind of a different smell. And maybe that's the ridiculously smooth notes of almond, hints of cinnamon, and a lingering finish. I don't know. For right now, though, I'm also going to put this in matte because I don't know anything about this brand. And I know it's unfair. I'm unfair, and I'm saying it right now. If it was Black Rifle coffee, I'd be like, awesome, I love Black Rifle coffee. So I could love this coffee. I don't know, but I'm putting it in matte right now because I fear the unknown. I'm scared. And now let's go to the Bug Bite Thing. This is the bug bite thing. I've never seen the bug bite thing. So what do we do with the bug bite thing? What does it work on? Mosquitoes, bees, wasps, ants, and other biting insects that leave their irritant, saliva, or venom just under the surface of the skin. Also works great for removing splinters. Okay. So it's like a suction device. And you got a little book for how it works. For best results, use immediately. So if you don't have it with you, what you're gonna do when they come for you, you can throw it on the floor. It's a pretty simple device actually. And then you can reverse this for the size of the bite, I guess. Yeah. Let's give myself a hickey. Ready? Let's go. Sucking. Oh, there it goes. I guess I pulled it off too soon. And you just hold it there for how long, I don't know. I don't know. And there it is. Let's see. They do not recommend using the tool on your face or the neck, as the risk of marks being left in these sensitive areas is greater. Hickeys. Will the suction create a hickey? You have complete control over the amount of suction. I'm sorry, my dirty mind cannot read this without going to a dirty place. It's interesting, as opposed to some kind of, chemical that you might put on your body. I'd like to try it. This is a useful item, especially in an environment where you might not have medical help right away, or you've got a screaming kid. Oh, that hurts. Wow, that's pretty strong. And you let it go. Oh, and it holds. It holds. That's a good amount of suction too. I don't know how long to leave it on here. I like it because there's no chemicals involved, because you can put it on right away, because you can make fake hickeys with it. Actually, it's not bad. I'd like to give it a try. Tentatively, and it's not that expensive. It's $9.95. Piece of plastic, sure, but it's reusable. You don't have to throw it away. You can wash it out. You can use it over and over and over again. It never runs out. It's not like a tube of stuff that you run out of fluid for. And the basic principle is sound. You remove the venom or whatever it is, and it should at least reduce the inflammation and the sting or the itch, whatever. So I'm going to put this one in like it, but we might see it again, as it gets used, as the weather gets warmer. So there you go. So basic box and advanced box. The total value of both those boxes, MSRP is $85.42, and we've got 3 like it's and 2 mehs. We've got nothing and don't like it. Pretty good for Battlbox especially. Let's go look at the Pro Box, which introduces one item at $59.99. Total value $145.41. Let's look at the Coleman Klondike 24-can 24-hour cooler. Now I can't figure out, did they just want a large item to put in the box? This is so not what I'm thinking of in Battlebox. But then my mind flips. Okay, emergency situation. You need to keep food refrigerated, right? Lose power and everything. This could be a good thing for that. But it comes with a bottle opener, and that automatically turns me off. But it's a cooler. It's a can cooler, though, and it has a bottle. All right, so I'm going to stop flip-flopping. So it has an easy access, right? So you're not letting all your cold air out at once. Okay, and you can see how thick the insulation is on this thing. So that's good. You've got some pockets on the sides for storing whatevs. Let's see, so this is all twisted around, but whatever. Padding on the strap, rigid bottom to hold the shape, and 24 cans, obviously. But you could put whatever in there. You could put human organs in there, and you could transport them across the border. You shouldn't do that. I feel like I have to say you shouldn't do that, or somebody might think I'm actually advocating stealing human organs, because people on the internet are dumb sometimes. But I mean, you know, I guess, you know, coolers are expensive and ridiculously for no real reason. I'm mixed. I'm on the fence with this because I could see this in two ways. I could think of it as like a filler item, like, oh, do we need a big item to throw in here? But I could also see this in... So normally you look at this and you're like, okay, tailgate, barbecue, things like that. But, you know, when power goes out, or you do have to evacuate somewhere, you got, you know, food. Actual fresh food. If you don't have lots of freeze-dried stuff or medication that needs to be refrigerated, antibiotics and stuff, this could be an important survival device. I hate to say it. I really want to just hate it because it says Coleman, and I'm like, Coleman, kind of a brand is that? But you know what? Coleman makes good quality products too. They do. They've been around forever. So I'm not going to put it in don't like it. I'm not. I am going to put it in meh, because I have this great urge to don't like it, but I recognize it could have some utility to it. Okay? It's not, I think about it and it's like, it's not what I want in Battlebox. It's not what I'm paying for Battlebox for. But it's not a bad item. You know, it's not, and what's going to happen is there's going to be that one situation 6 months down the line where this is going to be the exact thing I need, and I'm going to have to come back and take my foot out of my mouth and be like, hey guys, I used that Coleman Klondike 24-hour cooler and it was perfect. So, but it's going to go in math for now. And now we're going to get to my favorite part of the box, the knife of the month, the Revolt Knives Sulu. Oh, I thought it was named after Mr. Sulu for a minute and I got really excited, but it's Sulu Sliding Ultimate Locking Utility, designed by Mike Vellecamp. That's a cool name in knife design. With an MSRP value of $89.99. Now, okay, so some people ask, what is the price difference for the Pro and the Pro Plus? The price difference is about $50. So if you're paying an extra $50 for the knife of the month, and the knife of the month is worth $89.90, you know, you might say, okay, worth it. But that's MSRP. If you find it for less than that, you know, there you go. But here's the box. I don't think I have anything by Revolt Knives. I don't think I have anything by Mike Vellecamp, and he's a great designer. Okay. So guys, I took a minute to do some quick internet searching on my phone, and the only information I could find on this knife was on Battlebox's website, which does not bode well for us. And I found some stuff I didn't like about it. So let's look at the knife. Do we have to press this? What is going on here? Oh, that's good. Look at that. Is there something I'm not doing with this knife that I'm supposed to do? Because I am hitting the blade stop pin and my knife is not locking. Oh, it slides. Yeah, I had to slide it out. I do not feel great about this design at all. So this is the knife. Made of 7CR steel, which is not great. It's not good. I'm not happy with this price for 7CR steel. Now, I guess it's supposed to transform into an Ulu, so you unlock it and press this button, and does it lock into place again? And now it's kind of an Ulu, but you know what? It doesn't have the thing about Ulus is the handle. It gives you that leverage to use it, and this is, I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, you could still use this. And then that's why you've got that nail nick way at the front, because then when you unlock it again, you're supposed to, I guess, grab it and slide it. Maybe with some oil. This thing, it's rubber coated. I have no idea what kind of metal this is. I should get a magnet and see. This is a pretty strong magnet. Yeah, it's sticking through the rubber. So this is a steel coat. This is steel frame all around. All right. The rubber does a pretty good job of blocking some of the ferro properties there. The ferrous properties, I say. I don't know if you can see inside, but it is skeletonized. The liner's there. Not see, and then if you unlock, you got to pull it again. Doesn't feel like it's got great access to the lock there. I'm gonna have to do a whole review on this knife separately. I am disappointed in this knife. I can see that there is some attempt to be innovative and stuff. I'm not happy with this knife, guys. I'm gonna have to put the knife of the month in meh, and that doesn't happen very often. There was one time where the knife of the month actually went and don't like it. So we unlock it, press the button, slide it into Ulu mode. Try not to cut yourself doing it. And then it's in Ulu. Unlock it again. And then you have to work it back to lock, and then at least the centering is good. But 7CR steels, 7CR13, I'm assuming. For this price range, we really should get something better. Even if it is this cool, nifty mechanical device, you know? And I shouldn't have to mess with it. I should be able to just open it. I shouldn't have to do all this weird stuff, you know? So it's really, in effect, it's not a one-handed opening knife at all. Because you gotta mess with the blade and get it to lock. I'll do a whole separate review on this knife, but you know what? This knife's going in. This knife's going in, don't like it. Overly complicated. It's like the CRKT one, or no, the Mantis knives with the clockwork crap. Overly complicated, interesting idea. I don't know. Now, I know there are some people that are going to love this knife. You know what I haven't done? Sorry. Well, at least that works exactly as it should. I'm not doing 550 cord today. But that works exactly as it should. I will do a whole review just on this knife with ratings and all at a later date. I think my centering is moving as we are messing with it too. So, but you know, this, like a knife, a folding knife should just open. It should just open without fighting with mechanisms or anything like that. And this doesn't. So the only don't like it item, don't like it's down here, is the knife of the month, which is my favorite part of Battlbox. Damn. Well, then. All right. Now, I did say with Barrel and Blade that I was going to give this month a pass, no matter how disappointed, because I don't know what sourcing for items and stuff is like right now. I miss themes. I really miss themes in Battlbox. And like I said, if you do like, I mean, if you like what you see in this box, please use that referral link in the video description so that we can get closer to another awesome knife for the next giveaway. You know, if you don't use it. Don't. But a lot of people have made use of that code so far, which is cool. So here we are. We've got, you know, I mean, it's kind of, I feel like it's appropriate that two items in Like It, the first two items of Like It, were the Mora Never Disappoints, the Lord and Field camping tool, which is like a classic design, you know? So these went in Like It automatically. This is simple. You can't screw something like this up. I mean, you could, but they didn't, thank God. So it went into Like It. Meh. I mean, it worked after we actually, like, lit it on fire instead of using sparks. Coffee, I'll try it, you know, and see how it goes. The cooler, we talked about it. I recognize the utility value. I don't see it as a Battlbox item, but there it is. And the only don't like it, sadly, is the knife of the month, which I'll follow up with a full review on this thing. What do you guys think? Check out the end screen for the review of that Chris Reeves Sebenza Battlbox knife that's going in the next giveaway. Yeah, so all right, I'm done here. You guys are all absolutely awesome. I appreciate every single one of you. I really, really do. I am dying to hear everybody's full-on opinion of this stuff. And as always, I'll be back again real soon.